Welcome back. Lazy summer days call for minimal cooking, kind of just using up whatever is lying around in the fridge. And that's what our next guest is here to talk about, how to kind of make things, easy recipes to beat the summer heat. Joining us now is culinary expert and food stylist Christine Tizzard. Christine, it's great to have you with us.
Hey, I'm so glad to be here. And yes, it's been a hot week, so we need some cool summertime treats to keep us going for sure.
Do we ever? And one of my favorite summer classics is potato salad. Particularly need to shout out to my father-in-law, Dave, whose potato salad is just magnificent. Now, the classic potato salad, we've got some mayo in there, we got some eggs, some onions, maybe sometimes some celery. But Christine, you like to add roasted vegetables to yours. Tell us more.
Yes, well, just because it's called a potato salad doesn't mean we can't use it as a good excuse to use up things that we have around the house. And for me, I do a lot of summer grilling, so I do a lot of grilled vegetables, and I tend to have some left over. So why not augment your potato salad with cooked, roasted, or barbecued vegetables? It doesn't have to be just that classic white on white potato salad. So for instance, um, last night, I had leftover roasted radishes, carrots, and broccoli.
Oh,
I had left over.
Wow.
So why not mix them into your classic potato salad and up the ante a little bit? I also like to use a combination of sweet potatoes and regular potatoes. And for me, it just adds more flavor and more color to that potato salad. I mean,
yes.
we also eat with our eyes too, right? So there you go. Also, potato salad is a great way to use up little bits of leftover cooked protein. So you have a little bit of bacon lying around, you have a little knob of chorizo you might want to crisp up and throw it in there. Just make it fully loaded. As much as you want can go in there. It's like a base for almost anything.
So love the way that you're thinking, Christine. And if you're going to up the ante on the potato salad, why not up the ante on the dressing? Tell us how you've gone kind of beyond the mayonnaise-based dressing we're used to.
I love the classic mayo-based potato salad dressing as well, but I figure if you're going to change it up a little bit, let's lighten up the dressing. So here I made a buttermilk dressing with dill. So this is a
Oh,
very
yummy.
easy dressing. It's buttermilk with a little bit of yogurt mixed in to thicken it up, lots of chopped fresh dill, a little bit of apple
Mm.
cider vinegar, a little bit of oil just to give it some texture, salt and pepper, and you're ready to go. It's nice, it's tangy, and it's refreshing.
That sounds
Mm,
amazing.
it does. And speaking of refreshing, you've got a drink that I don't think I've ever had before called Agua Fresca. What is it?
Yes, the Agua Fresca, which is a Spanish, and it just means cool water. And there's so many varieties of Agua Frescas. You see them a lot in Mexican restaurants. The typical ones you see are hibiscus, horchata, and tamarind. But it's another great, cool, refreshing drink. You can make it water-based. You can make it milk-based. A lot
Hmm.
of the like the horchata uses rice milk and some vanilla and cinnamon in there. But I love it because it's a water-based drink and I can add in a little bit of like fruit, a little bit of vegetables like cucumber, mix it up, and then you strain it over ice. So this one
Mm.
right here is my strawberry hibiscus cucumber agua fresca.
That sounds
Yummy.
so refreshing. How did you make it?
So it's a hibiscus base. So I steeped hibiscus tea in some water, and I use that as my water based for the other
Mhm.
ingredients I'm going to add in. So I made steeped some tea last night, let it cool, and this morning I added a handful of fresh strawberries, a handful of cucumber. I blended it up, and then I strained it. I find that the agua frescas are a little bit more strained drinks, and I'm just going to pour it over ice. They also,
Oh,
there's so many varieties of this too. You see lots of fresh herbs mixed into these. You see lots of tea blends. You see lots of sometimes floury, even chia seeds are sometimes mixed in. So I'm just going to garnish this with, our little skewer to make it fancy and some fresh mint. And there you have a refreshing, cool summer drink that's a little different from your basic fruit juice or smoothie, you know?
love it.
Yeah. Did you use, Christine, dry hibiscus?
So yes, hibiscus, it's a dried flower and it comes in, I tend to buy in two different ways. Tea bags are very easily found in your grocery store. And if you're having a hard time finding it in like the regular tea aisle, look in the health food section. Tea bags, really easy to steep, but I also sometimes buy them dried at my local health food store where they sell like bulk quantities of herbs and barks and all of that kind of thing. It's really easy to come by, a lot easier than you think. And it's also really cheap. It adds such beautiful, bright red color to your drinks and has a wonderful tangy flavor. I suggest you try it.
Do you have any other tips for using up leftover tea?
Oh, yes. I'm from Newfoundland, so we always have a pot of tea on the go. Like there's always a pot of tea on the go. So if you ever have any leftover tea, just put it in an ice cube tray and you have like instant little iced tea ice cubes that you can add to your drinks throughout the summer. Nice and refreshing.
Your next dish that you're going to tell us about, Christine, is fattoush salad. I love fattoush salad. Tell us about yours.
So fattoush salad, it's a classic Lebanese bread salad, but it's made with pita. So if you have leftover pita, a little bit of stale pita, you're going to want to crisp that up, make your own little pita chips, and it's basically just a great twist on a classic chopped salad. Traditionally, you'll see it with some sort of lettuce, cucumber, tomatoes, but once again, it's the great vessel to just be able to use up an abundance of chopped vegetables around the house. So this morning, I just crisped up some I crisped up some pita. This is really easy to do. You can just pan fry it for a few minutes, just back and forth in some oil until it's crispy. You can also totally bake them in the oven if you want, 350 degrees for about 5 minutes till they're nice and crispy. I use the pita as like a base, and then I just add a bunch of really great chopped chunky vegetables on top. The other great thing about a fattoush salad is it always comes with a really nice herby vinaigrette. So you want to have like a nice homemade herby vinaigrette to throw over top. And the other twist is that they tend to add sumac, which I love. So you can scatter your spicy sumac all over top, or you can even put the sumac in the dressing.
I make a couple of things with sumac, but I actually don't know what it is.
It's a sumac berry. So it's actually a berry that's been dried and then ground. And what happens is that you get this beautiful, I'm hoping you can see, is you can get this beautiful red ground spice. Now, this is used a lot in Middle Eastern cuisine. It's tangy and zingy, almost like lemon. The thing I like about this is that it adds that extra lemon flavor to almost anything without having to add like lemon wedges or things like that that might tend to add liquid. So for instance, fish. I love sprinkling this all over my fish when I'm baking, grilling, or frying it without having to douse it in lemon juice. Plus it adds beautiful color.
So Christine, we're going to end with a dessert that seems like a genius sort of shortcut to making a shortcake. Can you tell us about this dessert?
Yes. So we make pancakes probably once a week. My daughter actually makes them herself now, which is really great. But we always tend to have a few left over. So this is my berry stacked pancake shortcake. I love a good shortcake. I do tend to find the shortcake a little on the dry side. So let's just stack up these pancakes with more layers of whipped cream and berries and use up those extra few pancakes for a quick weeknight dessert. Love it.
Oh, love that. Oh my God.
That is amazing. I feel like you could also make that like a weekday breakfast too. That is glorious.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure.
Christine, thank you so much for all of these delicious recipes. We appreciate you. For anybody who wants those recipes, please head to our website. We're back right after this break.